Yes, Bishop Whitehead over there dealing with giving honor to the women. And I'm not one of the honorees, but I tell you, I'm giving honor to them too because I'm a woman of God. And I know how hard it is to work in the vineyard. So blessings to each and every one of you that getting that honoree and getting that blessing for the glory of Hashem. And we all queens are rooting for every queen who is in the vineyard doing labor and that is in leadership. And don't forget about our armor bearers too. They work hard. So we have to give honor to that. Honor to them too. The blessing. You see the holy light? The holy light. The blessing of Yeshua Mashiach. Shining on me. Shining on me. The blessing of Yeshua Mashiach. So blessings to each and every one of you that Bishop Whitehead is giving honor to those that is in the church women's. And we are thanking God for the blessing. And he is doing things with hip hop. He is doing things with that to the extreme. So I tell you, it's on the move. It's on the move. We are on the move. All right, now you know how much I love having fun. Love laughing. Telling you in the power of Yeshua Mashiach. And I tell you, you better be watching that spicy hot topics. Love keeping it spicy. And be catching the Bible studies that I be pushing out there too. And don't forget Midnight Gospel Hour. All right, now we're going to go into the recap. And I'm going to go into the recap with a review to let you know how this service went. I tell you, the service was popping time. You got into the house of the Lord. Well, let me give you the scoop. Angela E., who you know from the Breakfast Club, was also one of the honorees. And I tell you, she's a Brooklyn native, and I'm telling you, she's doing some phenomenal things right here in Brooklyn, my hometown, Brooklyn. And she from Flatbush, right where I'm from. Right here, Flatbush, baby, is in the house. And we over here in Flatbush, we be rocking it. That's right. We rock it over here in Flatbush. But the presentation that she gave with her testimony, it was phenomenal. So you will be seeing a clip of that. So keep on watching and you will hear her and watching her receive her blessed honorarium from from Senator Hamilton as well as the bishop. And go ahead now, Angela E., you doing your thing, keeping it real in the house of the Lord and doing all of that good stuff with charity and different things that you helping here in Brooklyn, your home, my home. That's right, we Brooklyn Knights, we love helping our people. Number one.
And this is something that is all still really new to me. I know I'm on the Breakfast Club every morning, but as far as how I was raised, I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm from Flatbush. But, you know, my parents never really taught me much investing, about owning homes, about being an entrepreneur. It wasn't something that I grew up thinking that was even possible for me. And so once I was able to go and put in my years, I've been doing radio for 15 years now. I started off as Sirius, now I'm at Power 105. And I started finally making it's a struggle for a long time. There's a lot of beauty in that struggle. Yes, anyway. So once I started finally making some money, one of the first things I said was, man, I have to buy a house, because I always thought, like, I get nervous thinking, what's going to happen when it's time higher if I don't own a home? And these are things that I just never thought about until I got older. So I did buy my house, and I still live in Brooklyn in Bed-Stuy. And then the next thing I did was, I was like, okay, now I want to start investing in things that I care about, that I think are beneficial for people. So what I did was I wanted to do a juice bar. So I went to Styles P, because he had 3 of them already. And I do believe that it's so important for us to pool our resources and come together. One of the main things for me to be successful in business is to go to somebody that's already done it, has some experience, and I can say, okay, I love how I went to this juice bar in Yonkers, and I saw all the different people coming in there. I think that day, like, Amina Butterfly came in there, I saw Cops, I saw kids, I saw everybody, and I said, this is what I want my juice bar to be like. I want to have people that look like us running it, and I want to have all different types of people coming through and just being healthier, have a great vibe. So I ran up on Styles P while he had a video shoot, and I said, we want to do a juice bar also in Brooklyn. He was like, all right, sis, you know, go ahead. I know you're serious about it. I know you care about your community. So I found a spot. It's on Malcolm X Boulevard. And we've been open. It'll be 2 years in September. And it's our job to report on the news. And sometimes the news can be so depressing. Sometimes, like every morning when I'm going through different stories, I read like 20 stories every morning to figure out what is appropriate for our audience. And it can be really hard to report on certain things. You know, I was watching the Trayvon Martin story, and that was so sad and hard for me to watch. And I think it's so important for us to make sure that we speak out things that shouldn't be happening and stop thinking that we can't make a change or make a difference. So that's why it's really important for me to see everybody here and everybody in this room making a difference for the future. And in particular with the juice bar, it means so much to me when I see kids and I see people, you know, 80-year-old people that have never had vegetables or fruits and don't do that come in and say, this has changed my life, literally. I can see their skin looks better, they lost weight, they have more energy, they feel great, they're coming in every single day. People have high blood pressure, their blood pressure's dropping back down. These are things that we need, like nutrition. We need to learn these things at an earlier age and make sure we implement them. So that's a lot of things that I've been doing. I started a run club in Brooklyn. And I just started that a couple of months ago. It's called Run With Ye. Just did it on Monday, the second one, and it was like 60 people that came out. It meant a lot to me, you know, for people to go to Prospect Park and run that have never run before. And some people that are professional runners. But there's a lot of people that never ran before. They would walk in, they were doing a little jog, walk. But that was like, at the end of it, for people to come up and be like, man, this is dope. I never ran 3¼ miles before. I never ran a 5K. So this is inspirational. When's the next one? And it's little things like that. I have a book club in Brooklyn too. Brooklyn clearly means a lot to me. But I have a book club in Brooklyn also at Woodstock. And you know, every single month we come out and we read books, and I have books that we give away for free. We have a DJ, we have a bar. I just want it to be a great environment and to help authors that have these books, but also encourage people to read. It turns into like a town hall. So, you know, Beverly Bond has come through. We did the Black Girls Rock book. That was a great event. The last book that we just did recently, we had Rob Hill Sr. come through, and he was promoting his book. But just things like that just mean so much to me. So I just want to say that I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me. But I think it's so important that as we are making our money, starting our businesses, that we pay it forward and make sure we do things that benefit the next generation. So thank you so much for this.
Before you go, Angela, listen, we want to really encourage you to do what you're doing, no matter what ridicule, no matter what people say, you know, and this is what I stand for, bringing everybody together, because if we come together, nobody can stop us. So if you continue to push forward, we're pushing behind you, you know, and we appreciate you. You're in a position with a voice, and we're here for you. We just want to say thank you, all right?
Of both community and of the great state of New York. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand in signature, Latrice Monique Walker, member of the 55th District. Amen. Let's give a round of applause for that one. And the last one, I'll let my fiance do this one. Come on up here. Amen. I need to some more.
Citation, honoring Angela Yee, exemplary service. Whereas a great state is only as great as those individuals that perform exemplary service on behalf of their community, whether through unique achievement in professional or other endeavors, or simply through a lifetime of good citizenship. And whereas it is the sense of this legislative body that when individuals of such noble aims and accomplishments are brought to our attention, it is appropriate to publicly proclaim and commend those individuals for the edification and emulation of others. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, State Senator Jesse Hamilton, commend Angela Yee for exemplary service to the community state, and be it further resolved that a copy of this citation be transmitted to Angela Yee, signed Jesse Hamilton, New York State Senate.
Let's give Angela Yee a round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. For the Senate Congress. Well, oh, she decorated, y'all. She decorated.
Just to let them know that you are a champion, that you have purpose, you have value, and you have integrity. And so what this whole thing taught me is that I gotta live in the VIP section.
Yes, sir.
Because my life is here for a greater purpose. God signed my permission slip. Women of God, because I'm here on a hall pass, because I got another chance in life, I gotta learn to live with a VIP velvet rope all around me.
Come on now.
So that I can walk out my purpose. So I just want to encourage you today to let every woman, every honoree, everyone that's here today to know that you are a champion, that you have value, you have integrity, you have purpose, and to trust God.
Yes.
Believe Him, even when you cannot see Him, even when you don't feel like it. Believe and trust God, because He never, ever, ever fails. And I'm a living witness. Thank you so much.
Amen. Hallelujah.
And they know, because you know, some people's testimonies, I believe God, He didn't know. I got worse. And in fact, every day after that, I got even worse. And the doctor would come into my room and say, you look worse today. And then I had a mama, I told y'all she was from Brownsville, and she told the doctor, say it one more time. But over time, the Lord did heal me, and the Lord did deliver me, and I regained the use of my legs. And when the doctor sent me home, because I was in 2 hospitals, and they sent me home, I was still in a wheelchair, but I had to hold on to believe that I heard God say to me. And so I'm standing here today as a living testimony that if you believe God and nobody else, no matter what it looks like, no matter what they say, no matter what your prognosis is, no matter what your paperwork says, no matter what doors closed for you, no matter how many no's you never got.
I'm reading from Romans the 13th chapter, starting from verse 6 to 14. For this cause pay ye tribute, also for they are God ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Owe no man anything, but to love one another, for he that loveth another has fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love and wantonness, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who is Jesus Christ, the anointed one, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And that is the major order when it coming down to the church and into the world of hip hop and love. We got to put on the full armor, and we have to walk in honesty, be honest to one another. And that is the major. And the 11th verse, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awaken out of sleep. For now is our salvation near. Then when we believe, it is right now that we must see that time is changing. Everything that we are doing is under the glass. Right now, everything is being recorded. In the blood of Yeshua, Yahshua Mashiach, it is time now to be awakened. Wake up in the power of Yeshua, Yahshua Mashiach, and that knowing the time that now is high time to awaken out of sleep. For now is our salvation near. Then when we believe. Listen out for part 2. We will be having a part 2 and a part 3 of this segment. So please stay tuned. All right, now hip hop in the church. That's right. Hip hop in the church.